Hello my friends, welcome to another zombie preparedness. Today we're going to be investigating this plant here. This is a plant called garlic mustard. So stick with me and we're going to find out why it's called garlic mustard and a little bit more about it.
That's all. Storm's over. Rain gone. Storm's over.
So this is garlic mustard. Most of this has already gone past flower. These stipulous spikes here are the seed pods actually. A single plant is able to produce thousands of seeds. When you, it's pretty easy to identify this diamond-shaped leaf with the dentations on it. It's a biennial plant, so this is its second year growth. And in a moment we'll get a shot of its first year growth too. There's some first year plants in here as well. But garlic mustard, when you take it and you crush it, it smells like garlic, which is why it's called garlic mustard. It's a member of the same family of plants as broccoli and kale and mustard and wintercress. We did a video on wintercress earlier, so you might want to go back to that, but this is a very similar plant. Let's see if I can get a nice close-up of the flowers so you can see the cruciform flowers. Let's see if we can get a nice magnified view of the flowers. They're kind of tiny. They do come larger too. I've seen other plant samples where they're about twice as large as that. This magnifying glass doesn't do much, does it? Alright, well, those are the flowers. You can see the four parts to them, and so they're called a cruciform. Now let's see if we can get a shot of the first year growth. So here we see some first year growth of the garlic mustard. Remember, it's a biennial plant, so we have a first year form and we have a second year form. The tall part that's easy to identify is the second year form, and this is the first year form here. These are kind of kidney shaped leaves with the lobes on the stem side. Not really dentated, but you can see some dentations there. Not quite like the dentations of the adult plant. So some interesting things about garlic mustard. Most states in the United States consider it to be an invasive plant. Oregon in particular has made it illegal to transport this into the state. It's illegal to sell it. It's illegal to do all kinds of stuff with garlic mustard in Oregon. One of the reasons why this is considered an invasive plant is because it emits chemicals into the soil around it that will actually kill off other plants. So it's also able to, once it's cut, these seed spikes are still able to ripen and scatter seeds. So it's pretty hard to get rid of. About the best way to get rid of it is to just pull it up entirely. The rootlets that are left may still sprout fresh plants in the coming year, so you have to keep coming back and pulling these plants out entirely. which is kind of a good thing for us in terms of survival, because this is a good food that we can utilize. On the other hand, certain universities are exploring the use of insects that will eat these plants and destroy them. So probably we might want to investigate using these plants for survival, but as far as having it for our kitchen, they may go away for the better part. I know here in this park where we're sitting here, they're avidly sought out to be pulled up because they are an invasive plant. Some other names of this are Jack-by-the Hedge. Jack, when we're talking about plants, interestingly enough, is supposed to be referring to the devil. So Jack-by-the Hedge, and we can see that it's growing along the bank of this path here near the trees. The poisons that it puts into the ground to kill other plants or chemicals, whatever, will even take out trees supposedly. So it's one of those plants that we just don't really want to have a whole lot of around, I guess. It's also called sauce alone because of that garlic flavor, used in soups like any other mustardy thing, prepared as greens. We'll take some of this back to the laboratory and see what we think about it. So tonight I'm going to do a twofer. I'm going to do plantain for the plantain video, and I'm going to use some garlic mustard for the garlic mustard video. So excuse me for cheating, guys, but I got to use this stuff up before it's no longer usable. So I'm going to do tilapia with white wine vinegar sauce and dried garlic mustard. That's what we're doing here. Ignore this cake. It's not survival food. Garlic mustard has been out drying for the past few days. So first I'm going to just try crumbling it up, and that's what looks like it's doing really good. I'm just going to separate these big pieces. They must not be as dry as the rest. Gather them all up and put them in with the tilapia. And then I'm just going to take this stuff here and bunch it up and mince it pretty fine. Only I had my other French chef knives. They got lost in the move. I will show you how to chop things up with using 3 knives at once. But we're just going to be like this. That is probably, I don't know, 10, 15 leaves there. I didn't count as I was pulling them out. I'm going to add the white wine vinegar sauce that comes from it's leftover from Slesia. Slesia is pickled herring, so we're going to add that into the package and put that in the oven at 350 for a period of time. So I'm not going to bore you with those steps. So as a side dish, we had chicken cacciatore last night, and in the cacciatore we used garlic mustard in there. So that's part of our two for tonight. That is cheating, because you're never going to have chicken cacciatore out there in the field, are you? Well, if you're lucky, and you're very industrious. But not as typical survival situations go. Okay, fishies should be done now. Yes, they are hot. Children don't do that at home. I am what you call a crazy person. Looking for one of the utensils that I wish to use. That smells pretty interesting. See you at the table. So, I didn't find anything about the nutrition in garlic mustard or in the plantago. Plantago, it's a green. It's kind of vegetable-like, and I don't know, probably something like lettuce, something like dandelion. That's what I would expect. The garlic mustard, like most cruciforms, it's probably quite rich in vitamin K. You'll remember from our discussion with clover that while clover has coumarin in it, which is a blood thinner, vitamin K, a necessary nutrient for digestion, by the way, is contraindicative to blood thinners. So if you're taking blood thinners, then you don't really want to eat a whole lot of the I still can't say that name, brassicaceae, I don't know, the cabbage family. So anyway, tilapia with garlic mustard is quite tasty. The plantagas are palatable. And of course, the garlic mustard and the chicken cacciatore was really good. Folks, I'm glad we share an interest together here. Thank you for your subscriptions. Thank you for your comments. I try to answer comments as quickly as I see them. And we will see you on the next video. Remember, the knowledge you carry in your head, it weighs nothing, and it takes up no room in your bag.
Storm's over, rain gone. Storm's over.